boys, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I been up is magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
We play to win. Let's go! Block the team! Mike, I'm coming!
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you. Hey, 57.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Let's go. 6 guys.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is taken in at the 5. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Is that yours? Who's that? 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Load it. Load it.
This is Collins on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
380.
Let's go.
Hey, Delta. Hey, exit.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
The first down throw here for Rivers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Rivers again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They run with Collins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mike. Hey.
Left. Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he finds Howard complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Now Rivers on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. They're a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Edwards. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Right there.
Hey, 43.
I got you.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Get ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rivers. There's Evans again, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's coming again.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Colin Saunders. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
On 2nd down, Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Let's get
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Chiefs.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Swift. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yellow, 40.
Mike 54. It's a party now. It's a party now. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Attack.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1 to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
12. Hey, Alpha.
Now Rivers going deep for Walker. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch.
Yellow.
Exit. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl.
Hey, color.
Mike 54. Pick it up, guys.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. On the crossing route, complete. It's Edwards. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get this down to the 10. Call that a gain of 11.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another 1st down run right there.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They come out here in the I. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Check. Crunch.
On 3rd down. Swift, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0.
Chiefs 28, Buccaneers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go again with Collins. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big run there by Collins. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Exit.
Wait, 89.
On second down, Collins. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set, 180.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Switch up.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Rush in.
10 yards on the
64 weeks.
Second and inches at the 43-yard line.
On second and very short, Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
15.
Bravo. 51, Mike, 51. Get ready. 51's the Mike, boy, 51. It's our field.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On second and 7, Rivers. this one caught by Delaney Walker. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 36.
Blue draw quarter.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Rivers, setting up the screen for Miller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike, 54. Watch the run, watch the run.
15, 15. Hey, 57.
Watch out. Mike, 56. 54. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 46 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
Here we go. Row team spell. Jam.
Yellow.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Yellow.
Motion. Two, fellas, let's go.
Hey, 15.
On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Back.
Hey, 57.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on? And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. One last shot now for Rivers. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.